All right, welcome back. Welcome to week 3. We are shucking and jiving now. So, sorry, my dog has decided to relocate. Now we're back on track. So, week 3, for some reason, PowerPoint was like, you know what, you need a cat in your life. So, we're going with cats this week. Starting with just brief overview. So, number 1, readings. We are going over chapter 6, trauma and related stressors, then chapter 7, treatment of anxiety disorders. We are reading Lens and Lightem. We are listening to or watching Notice the Rage, Notice the Silence. For these 4 things, you will submit 1 page of beautiful handwritten notes or 200 words for each item to receive the points for the readings. All right. Some of you are killing it. Some of you are slowly shaking off the summer and coming back into the semester. And I totally get that. This week, we're submitting 2 assignments, week 3 readings, which I just went over, and diversity research project topic, just the topic. All right. What is the topic, Dr. D? I'm glad you asked. So for this presentation only, no paper, just a presentation, I have already uploaded the video that goes over this whole entire thing word for word. I'm going to point you over there to watch it. I'm going to give you basic things you need for just the topic. So you can have up to 5 people now. I know before I said 4, but there's a lot of us. And, teamwork makes the dream work. So now you have 5 group members. You want to make sure, make sure that all of your members are in your group before you submit your topic. Only 1 person in your group needs to submit that topic because it is a group project. You need to have at least 3 peer-reviewed articles. They need to be academic articles. They need to have academic citations. You're going to submit 1 paragraph, 1 short paragraph. It literally could be 5 sentences. You're just going to tell me your population, what you're doing, why you chose that, who's in your group. That's it. Easy peasy. In the video, I gave some examples. There are also some examples here as well. There are also some examples in the assignment. The examples, we are giving lots of examples to help with some of the anxiety in terms of what you need to do next. Most important, because we are a whole little village in our class, we will have presentations on December 4th and December 11th. So we will be meeting during finals week. So if you thought that you're going to go on some amazing Vail vacation, or you thought like I thought, and you're going to go join your sister-in-law in Puerto Rico, you have to wait until December 12th. We will be waiting in the cold together, but at least we will be together. Excellent. All right. Now, if that's all you want, that's all you need to watch. You are not required to listen or watch the journal portion of these videos. These journal prompts are for folks who just need a little bit more when it comes to thinking about their clinical work, to thinking about diagnosis, to thinking about stuff that's showing up in their everyday lives. Some folks want to journal their lives right now during this interesting economy. I'm one of them. I'm one of the people journaling. And so transitioning this week, we are talking about the quiet strength of choosing not to react. Woo! Let's just take a minute. So I came across this Substack. Someone actually sent it to me earlier this week. And they were just like, Dr. D, do you react to everything and how do you decide? And the honest truth is I always react in my mind. I don't always react out loud or in community. Like I don't always tell people my reaction. I mean, my face might, because, culture. But yeah, I was like, that's such a good question and something I need to think about. So the question for our journals today is, where in your life can I practice? Let's start over. Where in my life can I practice the quiet strength of not reacting, and what freedom might that create. And this is from the Quiet Wisdom Substack. I gave you the link for that as well as the journal question. The question actually comes straight from the Substack, so that's super helpful. And when I was reading the article, I was really just going through some of the sections. And so they start with why the urge to react is so strong. Here in mental health, we talk often, right, about this urge or this yearning or this pull to say something, respond in a certain way, to show up because we feel like we have to advocate for ourselves or we have to advocate for our communities or we have to make sure that people know what they said was a microaggression or was racist or just terrible. Like sometimes we're like, we just got to tell people they're terrible. And I do agree. I very much do agree on that. And something I appreciate in the next part is it talks about the power of the pause. And so it says, pausing before you react creates space. In that space, you are no longer ruled by the rush of emotion. You can breathe, reflect, and ask yourself what truly matters here. Yes, please. So, y'all will hear me say too often that it's so important for me as a clinician, for me as a person to always be listening to reflect and not listening to respond. Okay. When I say listening to reflect, I am actively listening to you. I'm thinking about where what you said sits in my body. I'm thinking about what we're talking about and like how we got here. Like, how do we get to this topic, this conversation? I'm also thinking about how I'm meeting you, right? So, whether you're a client or you're a student or you're a friend, I've been thinking often about how am I meeting you in this conversation and what am I contributing and building with you, right? And so, as soon as we're in conversation together, it's no longer a me versus you. It is 100% us and us, like you and I together, building, talking, conversating, meeting each other in a moment of time, even if it's a short moment, to share something that feels sacred to me. Like I was recently just telling someone that time is a love language, not just quality time, but just time. Like time I spend with people, time I give back, time to do stuff that is so important to you, time that lets you do things that light up your heart and light up your face and light up your day. Like I lots of I statements today. I have taken for granted the amount of time I've had with people and the amount of time I've shared with others. And so just that alone has been so powerful, so important, so wonderful. So, to pause, to take a deep breath. I take a lot of deep breaths now. I find myself speaking too quickly because I'm rushing to get through something almost because I'm afraid I'm going to forget it. And then I don't show up how I want to show up. So that's part of it. And then in that, when we decide not to react to certain things, we also take our time back. We take our autonomy back. We take our power back. We hold all of our power in our silence. And so in this article, they say the strength you build in silence teaches you self control. It strengthens your ability to sit with discomfort without immediately trying to fix or fight it. It builds patience and resilience because you learn to respond from wisdom rather than from hurt. This strength does not look like fireworks. But it creates a life with fewer regrets and deeper peace. The amount of silence I have sat in currently in my life with my clients, with my community, with my friends and family, like the power to sit in silence and just be in silence is huge for me right now. And I think it's always had a presence in my life. I am a little bit of an introvert. I love to teach, love to teach. Ah, like I love a classroom. I love being in community with y'all. I love be like, ah, just a Thursday night in the club, the academic club with my friends, talking about diagnosis, talking about psychopharmacology, talking about how we treat our clients, how we do better for our community and our clients. Yes, like, I am living my best life. Yes, yes, I am. Um, and at the same time, I am very much in this place of deep silence, deep grief, deep reflection of what this next year is supposed to look like for me, what the rest of 2025 looks like for me, but what are the intentions I want to set into 2026? And more than anything, in my very old, wise age, wise wisdom, for me to know those next steps have to come from a place of silence. And so where in my life can I practice the quiet strength of not reacting, and what freedom might that create? There's so many times now where I just sit in silence and I know that my presence is enough. I meet people in my quietness because showing up is bravery. Showing up when we have a lot going on, showing up when we are messy, showing up when I am in pieces is an act of love, is an act of guidance, is an act of community that I will always show up for. And in ways has shown me that other people value that the most. So when I have been able to show up in the last few months with my friends and going to yoga last week, this week, going to work yoga earlier this week, my whole core soul, the constellations in my heart are still sore from vinyasa. But the look on my friend's face when she felt all of the love surrounding her is 100% worth the amount of like Charlotte's Web CBD that I've had to put on my back this week. Chef's kiss. Would do again in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat would do that again. So for this week, for your journals, when we're moving into week 3 and we're settling into courses and we're thinking about what the semester looks like for us and we're planning our next steps, in all of the chaos, especially when it's the most chaotic it feels, when it feels like there are 8 million things to do and there's 9 million choices, I hope that you sit still. I hope you find a place to sit, to meet yourself, to meet your body, to ask your heart how it is. Like, hey, Dr. D, how is your heart doing? What do you need today? And how can I support you? And then, more important than anything else, when that answer comes to you in silence, answer the call. Pick up the phone, answer the call. So when your heart is like, you need a 90-minute nap. I know it feels like you can't take a nap because you have so much to do and so much going on. But more than anything, you need rest because you need to remember of what you're fighting for and what you're working for and why you're in this graduate program or why you're showing up every day. And that 90 minutes of rest will remind you that the things that are most stressful for right now are all manageable, but not in your current state of exhaustion. And then I hope you take a nap. Yeah. Mm. I want silence for you. I want peace for you. I definitely, more than anything right now, I want love for you. Um, and I hope that this next week meets you exactly with what you need, with lots of reminder from people you love and care for and people who see you whole. People who love you whole. Yes, please. People who love you whole. I hope your whole entire week is filled with people who love you whole just as you are. All right. I am very proud of you. Thank you for sharing silence with me. And I will see you on Thursday.